Yo, listen to the story, 1939, the stage is set. World War II, a legacy of death we won't forget. From Europe to the Pacific, empires rising, nations falling. Cipher historian on the beat. History calling, yeah, yeah, Adolf Hitler rising up, Germany in pain. Treaty of Versailles left the scar revenge inside his brain. 1933, the Nazi party took control. Propaganda machine running, swallowing the soul. Fascism spreading fast across the continent so quick. Lebensraum the doctrine, real estate was thick. Poland got invaded, September 1st the die was cast. Britain and France declared war, ain't gonna let it pass. Blitzkrieg tactics, lightning war from the air. Tanks and planes and soldiers moving everywhere. The Wehrmacht rolling through the European states. Swastika flag waving, sealing everybody's fate. Millions fleeing, refugees running for their lives. Families being separated, children, wives. Concentration camps were building, shadows in the night. Holocaust machinery, darkness versus light. World War II, the greatest tragedy untold. Millions rising up, the bravest and the bold. History in motion on the global stage. Cipher historian recording every page. France surrendered quickly, Dunkirk was a scene. British soldiers running, but they kept their dream. Hitler at the height of power, 1940 here. Operation Barbarossa, Soviet Union near. Eastern Front exploding, millions gonna die. Stalin and his armies underneath the Russian sky. Winter was the weapon, German soldiers froze. Moscow city standing while the cold wind blows. Africa got battles, North Africa the ground. Rommel and Montgomery, warfare all around. El Alamein, the turning point, British victory come. Axis powers pushing, but the empire standing strong. Singapore and Burma, Japan took the land. Invasion of the Philippines, Asia in their hand. Pearl Harbor memory, December 41. America just entered, now the war's begun. World War II, the greatest tragedy untold. Millions rising up, the bravest and the bold. History in motion on the global stage. Cipher historian recording every page. Pacific theater burning, island by island fight. Japanese empire spreading, but the Allies see the light. Coral Sea, Midway, naval battles in the deep. Casualties mounting up, promises to keep. Stalingrad the bloodbath, urban warfare cold. Longest battle ever, stories to be told. 2 million soldiers fighting in that frozen street. Soviet persistence, never accepting defeat. The Italy campaign starting, 43 the year. Mussolini falling, fascists disappear. However, Nazis holding Italian ground so tight. Monte Casino fighting, monastery height. Holocaust was growing, concentration camps expand. 6 million Jewish people taken from their land. Auschwitz and Treblinka, machinery of death. Genocide systematic, stealing every breath. World War II, the greatest tragedy untold. Millions rising up, the bravest and the bold. History in motion on the global stage. Cipher historian recording every page. Now listen, the turning point approaching fast. Allies gaining momentum, gonna break the spell at last. From the beaches of Normandy to the atom bomb rain. The final chapter coming, let me break it down again. D-Day, June the 6th, 1944. Normandy invasion, Eisenhower hit the war. 170,000 troops landing on the sand. Reclaiming France and Europe, taking back the land. Omaha Beach was brutal, blood upon the shore. Soldiers dying, 10,000 men and more. However, breakthrough happened, foothold growing strong. Break out from Normandy, pushing all day long. Operation Market Garden, tried to end it quick. Airborne troops in armor, didn't stick. German counterattack coming, battle of the Bulge. Ardennes offensive, Nazi push so full, but American resilience wouldn't break a bend. Allies kept advancing toward the bitter end. Rhine crossing coming, Germany's about to fall. Soviet forces closing in from the East Wall. War II, the greatest tragedy untold. Millions rising up, the bravest and the bold. History in motion on the global stage. Cipher historian recording every page. Hitler in the bunker, April 45. Soviets approaching, nowhere left to hide. German armies crumbling, surrender drawing near. Führer took his life the night near to disappear and made a 7 unconditional surrender sign. Europe finally free from one man's mind. Pacific still burning, but the end approaching fast. Island hopping closer to the Japanese last. 2 atomic bombs dropped, Hiroshima and Nagasaki flame. August 1945 changed the warfare game. Hundreds of thousands perish in the nuclear rain. Radiation sickness, unimaginable pain. Japan surrendered, September 2nd came. 50 million people dead, that's the final tally. 50 million souls lost to the war machine. Greatest tragedy in history the world had seen.
World War War, the great. World War II, the great. World War War. great, the great, the great, the great. World War II.